Los Angeles private gym, March 1971. An off-duty police officer, 6 feet 1 inch, 210 pounds, 8 years on the force, watches Bruce Lee train and says to gym members, "Kung Fu, that's fake. Movie stuff. Not real fighting, not practical. I deal with real violence, real criminals, real danger, every day. Street fighting, real fighting. Kung Fu, dancing, theater. Not effective, not real." What happens in the next 11 seconds doesn't just prove him wrong. It demonstrates control so complete, technique so superior, understanding so profound that the officer apologizes, asks to train, becomes student for 2 years, and personally recommends Bruce Lee training to the Los Angeles Police Department. And it starts with skepticism about Kung Fu meeting reality. But first, you need to understand police perspective. 1971. Los Angeles, March 1971. Police culture, practical, pragmatic, reality-based. Officers dealt with violence daily, streets, criminals, danger, training-focused, practical, boxing, wrestling, control techniques, nothing fancy, nothing theatrical, just effective, just proven. One officer, off-duty. Officer Mike, 6 feet 1 inch, 210 pounds, 32 years old, 8 years LAPD patrol, experienced, seen violence, real violence, street fights, armed criminals, dangerous situations, survived based on training, practical techniques, reality. Mike skeptical of martial arts, especially exotic ones, karate maybe, judo useful, boxing effective, wrestling practical, but Kung Fu looked fake, theatrical, impractical. Movie stuff. Bruce Lee, actor, entertainer, looks good on screen, choreography, camera tricks, real fight, different. Kung Fu wouldn't work, not against real criminals, not in real situations. Mike belonged to private gym, LA, mixed members, athletes, businessmen, some martial artists. Mike trained there regularly. Boxing, wrestling, conditioning, practical stuff, police relevant. March 10th, evening, after shift. Mike training boxing heavy bag. Noticed commotion, other side, members gathering, watching someone. Mike walked over, Bruce Lee, training, demonstrating, technique, speed, precision. Members watching, impressed, amazed. Mike watched, unimpressed. Fast hands, good coordination, impressive visually, but practical, against real opponent. Real resistance, real violence, doubted. Looks good. Choreographed scenarios, compliant opponents, real fight, different story. Mike said this out loud to nearby members. Kung Fu looks impressive, fast, good show, but real fighting, street fighting, it's someone trying to hurt you? Different. That stuff wouldn't work. Too fancy, too complicated. Real fight is simple, ugly, brutal, not dancing, not performance. Survival, that's real fighting. Several members heard. Some agreed. Police officer, experience, credibility. Some disagreed. Watched Bruce, saw skill, real technique, real mastery. Bruce heard comment, overheard, didn't react. Continued training, professional, not offended, just aware. This common, police skepticism, authority skepticism, always same, always predictable, always wrong, but understandable. They didn't know, didn't understand, yet. What happened next changed Officer Mike's career. Bruce finished training, walked toward Mike, calm, professional. "Excuse me, couldn't help overhearing, you're police officer? LAPD?" Mike nodded, defensive. "Yeah, 8 years patrol. Why?" "You said Kung Fu fake, not practical. You have experience, real fighting, real violence?" Mike bristled. "Yeah, 8 years street patrol. Fights, arrests, dangerous situations, real violence, not movie violence. I know what works. Kung Fu doesn't work." Bruce nodded. "Interesting. Your experience with Kung Fu, actual experience, trained it, tested it, or assumption based on appearance?" Mike hesitated. "I've seen it. Looks impractical. Too fancy. Real fight is simple, direct, brutal. Agree, real fight serious, dangerous, requires effective technique. But Kung Fu is that. When trained properly, real Kung Fu. Combat Kung Fu. Very effective, centuries of development, real combat, real warfare, not theater, reality. Mike skeptical. Modern violence, guns, knives, multiple opponents? Kung Fu handles that. Yes, when trained properly. Want to test? Demonstration, controlled, safe. You attack. Police technique. I respond. Kung Fu response. You see, you feel, you understand, then judge. Based on experience, not assumption. Fair? Mike considered. Public challenge. Pride engaged, but curious. Okay, I'll use standard arrest technique. You respond, your Kung Fu, we see what works, fair test. Agreed. Stop on contact, control demonstration, educational, agreed. Agreed. Cleared space. 20 members gathered. This interesting. Police versus Bruce Lee. Skepticism versus skill. Reality test. Mike confident. 8 years, hundreds arrests. This would prove Kung Fu impractical. Bruce calm. Understood Mike's mindset, common, authority mindset, not wrong, just incomplete. Next 11 seconds would teach. You ready? Mike asked. Ready? Mike moved. What happened in 11 seconds changed everything, Officer Mike believed. Seconds 1 to 3. Mike used standard approach, police approach, arrest approach, direct aggressive, controlled aggression, going for control, upper body control, arm control, standard technique, proven technique, used hundreds of times. Effective against civilians, against criminals, against resistance. Should work here. Should prove point. Moved forward, committed, reached for Bruce's arm. Standard grab, control grab, leverage grab, get control, get dominance, get compliance. Standard procedure, proven procedure, effective procedure. Bruce's arm moved, not away, toward, into Mike's space, but different angle, different trajectory, different timing. Mike's hand found nothing. Air. Empty space. Bruce's positioning changed. Subtle. Precise. Exact. Mike's grab missed. Completely. How? Mike faster, stronger, more experienced with this technique. But missed. Completely. Seconds 4 to 6, Mike adjusted. Professional adjustment. Trained adjustment. If first technique fails, try second. Different approach, different angle, different technique. Boxing. Police learned boxing, effective, direct, powerful, jab, straight punch, fast, committed, real speed, real power. This would land. This would connect. This had to work. Punch launched. Good technique. Good form. Good power. Police academy training. Years of practice. Real experience. Real application against suspects, against criminals, against resistance. Effective. Proven. Should work. Bruce moved. Minimal movement. Head. Offline. Inches, just inches. Punch past. Face. Ear. Close, very close, but missed. Mike's arm extended, committed, overextended, vulnerable. Bruce's hand moved. Light. Precise. Touch. Mike's jaw. Could have been strike. Could have been knockout. Could have been incapacitation. Wasn't. Just touch. Just demonstration. Just teaching. Here. Open. Vulnerable. Could end it. Choose not to. Control. Demonstration. Understanding. Seconds 7 to 9. Mike frustrated. Both techniques failed. Standard techniques, proven techniques, hundreds of uses, always worked, always effective, until now. Until Bruce, until Kung Fu. Real Kung Fu. Not movie, not theater, real, effective, practical, working, actually working. Tried wrestling, police training, physical control, size advantage, weight advantage, strength advantage. 210 pounds. Strong, trained, experienced. Get close, get control, get dominance. And this would work. This had to work. Wrestling practical, wrestling proven, wrestling real. Moved in. Clinch attempt, control attempt, use size, use strength, use weight, physics, leverage, mass, should work, must work. Bruce's hands intercepted. Light contact. Precise contact. Redirected Mike's arms. Made clinch attempt fail. Made grab miss. Made control impossible. Simultaneously, Bruce's foot moved, behind Mike's leg, off-balancing, not takedown, not throw, just demonstration, just control, just teaching. Mike stumbled, forward, off-balance, controlled, directed, predicted, Bruce guided, light pressure, specific direction. Mike ended up, facing away, back toward Bruce, vulnerable position, terrible position, worst position. Bruce behind, controlling, could strike, could choke, could take down, could anything. Mike helpless. He completely helpless. Controlled, dominated, defeated. Seconds 10 to 11. Bruce stepped back, released pressure, released control. Stop, demonstrated 3 techniques, 3 approaches, police techniques, proven techniques, real techniques. All failed. Not because you're unskilled. You're skilled, very skilled. 8 years experience, good training, good technique. Failed because Kung Fu works. Real Kung Fu. Traditional Kung Fu. Combat Kung Fu. Not movie, not theater. Reality. Centuries of development, real combat, real warfare, real effectiveness. You experienced it, felt it, understood it. Now you know. Kung Fu not fake, not impractical, not theatrical, real. Proven, effective, when trained correctly, when understood properly, when applied skillfully. 11 seconds, 3 techniques, 3 failures. Complete lesson. Complete demonstration, complete education. Mike standing, breathing, processing, not from exertion, from realization, from shock, from understanding. Everything he believed, everything he knew, everything he taught, questioned, challenged, revised. Bruce Lee right. Kung Fu real, Kung Fu effective, Kung Fu practical, not fake, not theater, not movie. Real, proven, demonstrated, undeniable. Mike stood silent, processing. 20 gym members witnessed everything. Saw police officer experienced confident, skeptical attack Bruce Lee. 3 techniques, standard proven, all failed, all neutralized. Saw Kung Fu work, real Kung Fu practical, against real opponent, real experienced, working completely. Mike's face showed conflict, pride, hurt. 8 years LAPD, hundreds arrests, real violence but wrong. About Kung Fu, about Bruce. I completely wrong, publicly wrong. 20 witnesses, but also respect growing. Professional respect. Bruce skilled, really skilled. Real martial artist, real master, demonstrated, proven. I was wrong, Mike's voice quiet, humble. About Kung Fu, about you, about effectiveness, completely wrong. You're not actor, real fighter, real martial artist, real master. That wasn't fake, wasn't theatrical, real, effective, proven against me, my techniques. Your Kung Fu worked. I couldn't touch you, couldn't control you. You controlled me, easily. I'm sorry for doubting, for dismissing. You're legitimate. Your Kung Fu is legitimate, real, effective. Bruce extended hand. Apology accepted. Respect your honesty. Respect your experience. 8 years LAPD. Real violence. Valuable. But Kung Fu also real. Also proven. Different approach. A different technique. Same goal. Control. Effectiveness. Survival. Both valid. Both proven. Mike shook hand firm, respectful. Can I learn? Can you teach? Can I train? I want to learn. Need to learn. Improve. Expand. You showed me gaps, weaknesses, want to fix, want to improve. Will you teach me? Bruce smiled, genuine. Yes, I'll teach. Happy to teach police officers, professionals, people who need it. Use it, apply it, real situations. Your perfect student, experience, understanding, humility, open mind. I'll teach you. 2 years minimum, dedication required, hard work required, but worth it. You'll improve. You'll master. Real Kung Fu, police applicable. Agreed? Agreed completely. 2 years, dedication, hard work, whatever it takes, for job, for career, for safety. This helps, this matters. Thank you. Officer Mike trained. 2 years. Dedicated, serious, professional, career-focused, survival-focused. Learned Kung Fu. Real Kung Fu. Bruce's Kung Fu. Jeet Kune Do principles: direct, efficient, practical, pure effectiveness, pure function. Applied to police work immediately, dramatically, arrests easier, control easier, confrontations safer, less injury to self, to suspects, better outcomes, better control, not more violent, less violent, more controlled, more precise. Kung Fu worked, real world, real situations, real violence. Worked completely, fellow officers noticed, asked questions. Mike, you're different. Better, calmer, more controlled, more effective. What changed? Mike explained. Bruce Lee, gym, demonstration. 11 seconds. 3 techniques failed. Kung Fu worked, trained 2 years. Changed everything. Approach, technique, understanding. In better officer, better outcomes. All from Kung Fu. Some officers skeptical, same skepticism Mike had. Kung Fu, movie stuff, not real. Mike smiled, remembered saying same thing. I thought that too. I was wrong. Try it, experience it, then judge. Based on reality, not assumption. Some tried, visited Bruce, trained, learned, converted. Like Mike, experience converted, understanding converted, reality converted, Kung Fu real, Kung Fu practical, Kung Fu effective. Mike became advocate. LAPD advocate, recommended Bruce. To department, to training division. We should learn from him, train with him, improve techniques, reduce injuries, enhance effectiveness. Bruce offers real training, practical training, police applicable training. We should learn. Some resistance, bureaucracy, tradition. Not standard, not approved. But Mike persistent, evidence-based, result-focused. Look at outcomes. Officers trained with Bruce, better results. Fewer injuries, better control. Evidence proves this works. Gradually resistance faded, evidence mounted, results accumulated. Some LAPD officers trained with Bruce. Not official, not mandatory, personal, individual, but effective, proven, valued. Mike's recommendation, Mike's advocacy, changed minds, changed culture. Kung Fu legitimate, Kung Fu practical, Kung Fu valuable. For police, for real situations. Story spread, police community, law enforcement, training circles. Bruce Lee taught police, improved techniques, enhanced effectiveness, real-world testing, proven results. Not theory, reality, not assumption, evidence, legitimate, valuable, respected. Bruce appreciated Mike, first police student. Evidence of legitimacy, evidence of practicality, police officer, real violence, real situations, chose Kung Fu, trained Kung Fu, applied Kung Fu, succeeded, proved value, proved effectiveness, important validation, important evidence. Bruce Lee said, adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. March 1971. Officer Mike learned that. 11 seconds, 3 techniques, complete failure, everything he believed useful, everything proven, everything superior, questioned, challenged, defeated. Kung Fu fake? No. Kung Fu real, proven real, demonstrated real. 11 seconds changed everything, changed understanding, changed perspective, changed career. Mike adapted, learned, trained, improved, added Kung Fu to police training. Combined approaches, police plus Kung Fu, Western plus Eastern. You'd better officer, better outcomes, better career. Because 11 seconds, because willingness to learn, to change, to improve. 20 witnesses saw that demonstration, those 11 seconds. Saw authority challenged, skepticism tested, assumption defeated, truth revealed. Police officer experienced confident, certain wrong. Bruce Lee actor, performer, theorist right. Kung Fu works. Real situations, real violence, proven, demonstrated, validated. Officer Mike's legacy. LAPD history. First police student. Legitimacy advocate, effectiveness advocate, changed culture, changed perspective, Kung Fu valuable, Kung Fu practical, Kung Fu police applicable, not theory, reality, not assumption, evidence. Mike proved 2 years training, career applying, results proving, effectiveness validating, kung fu works, for police, for professionals. Ooh, for real situations always. 11 seconds started, 2 years continued, career proved forever, be like water, my friend.